national vote total. The president's lead is ahead. What's that? 100,000 votes.
Yeah.
About 100,000 votes in the popular vote, thanks to California. We're watching the rest of the votes come in. Here's where we are. This is the older electoral map. I'll stay away from that right now. We just reset the wall, so we don't have the up-to-date totals in there right now. But when you look at this and you watch and you see a state like Florida, where the president won, 4 years ago with a bigger margin, 50 to 49. You go through these battlegrounds, and Governor Romney, this is why it took so long. The president won this state by 240,000 votes last time, 234,000 votes last time. You see against 50,000 votes this time. You go through state by state by state, and the Romney campaign, as Candy was just noting, takes a little longer. The feelings are harder. James has been through this in winning presidential campaigns and losing other campaigns, Alex as well. You see a state like Ohio, 50 to 48. You're looking at such a narrow vote margin. It's harder to digest. In some ways, coming this close and losing is harder. But I am told the conversation was short, polite, and that Governor Romney is prepared to step forward, concede the election, and then we'll hear from the president.
Yeah, we'll hear from the president after we hear from Governor Romney. A very difficult, painful moment, I'm sure, for him, for his wife Ann, 5 sons, 18 grandchildren, a very close-knit family. They worked really hard for this. They came up short.
They worked hard, and look, a lot of people have talked tonight about how the first debate in this campaign was game-changing in terms of the competitiveness of the national election. If you go back to the Republican primaries, it's easy to forget because they seem so long ago. But remember, here you have Mitt Romney. His opponents called him Moderate Mitt. He was the governor of Massachusetts. He once favored abortion rights, was more moderate on gay rights, and he was pilloried in the primary by his conservative opponents, saying he was not a true conservative. And yet, in the first election after the rise of the Tea Party, he won the Republican nomination. Tenacious guy. People will say, oh, it was a weak Republican field. Oh, he had a better fundraising operation. But he proved his tenacity time and time again in the Republican primaries. And he proved his tenacity in the general election as well, with the strong debate performances, and then a strong but not strong enough performance on the ground in these final days.
We're told maybe a minute or so away from Mitt Romney walking to the microphone there in Boston, over at the Boston Convention Center. His supporters are pretty quiet right now. They're waiting for Mitt Romney to come over. Candy Crowley is on the scene for us. Candy, it looks like it's going to be very, very soon we'll hear from the Republican presidential nominee.
Indeed. And, you know, Wolf, I'm not sure in any of the elections that I've covered have I heard a crowd as quiet as this crowd has been. They've started a couple cheers now. You can hear them sort of starting to sing God Bless America, but it has been incredibly subdued. I think we're about to hear the announcement. Here we go.